You think you know how the world works. You chase a salary, pay your taxes, and maybe you get a mortgage. You exist in the system. But for the ultra-rich, the rules are different. They don't just live in the system, they've built a parallel financial matrix. A private universe where the money never stops working and the tax bill never arrives.
Forget the private jets and the mansions. That's just window dressing. The real power is hidden deep inside their legal structure. A structure so brilliant, so self-sustaining, it's nicknamed the family bank. It allows the ultra-rich to borrow, spend, and invest hundreds of millions without ever paying a single cent in capital gains tax. Today, we're deconstructing the family bank, exposing the mechanics and the tax codes they weaponize. This is the ultimate financial hack, and it is entirely legal.
To understand the family bank, you must first understand the mantra of the ultra-rich. Buy, borrow, die.
Think of a typical professional. You earn an income, you pay taxes, and every time you spend, the system takes its share. But the ultra-rich flip this model completely.
Step 1, buy. They acquire massive, rapidly appreciating assets, company stock, prime real estate, private equity. Imagine a founder, let's call him Mr. Atlas, holding $5 billion in stock he never plans to sell.
If he sold it, he'd face a crippling tax bill. So he doesn't sell. He lets it grow barren, untaxed, untouched. Step 2, borrow. Instead of selling, he goes to a bank and takes a line of credit against his assets. That loan is not income. The government doesn't tax borrowed money. He pays 3% interest, but his stock grows at 15%. He's using debt to get richer, leveraging the system's own rules. Step 3, die. When he passes, the tax bill vanishes. The heirs inherit everything again, clean, reset, untouched. This isn't just about avoiding taxes. It's about never letting wealth leave the family's ecosystem, on it, ever. But the family bank takes this even further. The structure is built on 3 pillars: ownership, control, legacy. At the center sits a private entity of not a public banker, owned entirely by the family. Every generation contributes assets into this fortress: land, business shares, art, even intellectual property. The assets are protected under trusts, holding companies, and legal wrappers, layers upon layers of defense. These layers are designed not just to protect money, but to protect power. The family members are shareholders, trustees, and beneficiaries, all roles intertwined, impossible to separate. The family bank doesn't die when someone dies, it simply absorbs the next generation. Here's where it gets brilliant, Ties. The family bank doesn't just store money, it creates it. They use life insurance, not for protection, but as a private banking tool for infinite leverage. Each policy becomes an asset, collateral for new loans, feeding back into investments that keep the machine alive. The family doesn't sell assets to manage, they borrow against them, keeping wealth untaxed and intact. And when those loans come due, the next generation's insurance payout clears the slate, steady, tax-free. This is why they call it the perpetual motion machine of money. It never stops spinning. The family bank isn't a bank at all. It's a network of trusts, shell companies, and legal shadows. Each layer hides the one beneath, like Russian dolls of ownership, until no one can see the core. The real game isn't played in cash, flash.
It's played in entities, documents, and signatures. This is how dynasties are built. Not in stock markets, but in the fine print. This is where the financial alchemy begins, when the rich stop borrowing from banks and start borrowing from themselves. To the IRS, this is just another loan. But inside the family bank, it's the gateway to tax-free liquidity. To qualify, the loan must be genuine debt. Real paperwork, real signatures, real interest. The interest rate can't be a favor. It has to be set by law at what's called the applicable federal rate. For the ultra-rich, this is free leverage. While banks charge 7%, their own family bank lends at 2.5%. And just like a real bank, these loans are secured case, with stock, property, or even future trust distributions. If it looks fake, if it looks like a gift, the IRS can dismantle the entire structure in seconds. This is the Aureus family's secret weapon, lending only to themselves, under their own terms, with their own capital. The family member becomes the borrower, the trust becomes the lender, patronate, and the money never leaves the system. It's the perfect loop. Every dollar borrowed feeds the next generation, and every payment strengthens the dynasty. To make this system seamless, the ultra-rich add one final layer, a powerful legal entity called the grantor trust. It's called an intentionally defective grantor trust. Defective only in name, but perfect in design. The magic lies in one rule. The founder pays the trust's taxes using personal money and keeping the trust itself tax-free. It's like fueling a spaceship. Every year, the founder burns personal cash to keep the dynasty's engine accelerating. This means every dollar of growth inside the trust compounds untouched, a silent, tax-free expansion of power. Meanwhile, the founder's own estate shrinks, equilibrates, reducing future taxes even more. This is considered one of the most powerful, legal wealth transfer tools ever engineered. In the Aureus family, it's not just money that's transferred, Move. It's the ability to print wealth, generation after generation. The trust pays nothing, the IRS sees nothing, and the wealth continues to multiply, untouched. This is the apex of the system. The family bank has now become a perpetual motion machine of wealth. The family bank isn't just about tax avoidance for voids. It's a fortress for education, discipline, and control. Mayor Amschel Rothschild didn't just give his sons money, he gave them a system, a financial engine that outlived them all. The family bank forces the next generation to become managers, not spenders, clients of their own dynasty. Every loan teaches them discipline. Every repayment cements the lesson of responsibility. The real return isn't the interest. It's the preservation of power, unified, undivided, and eternal. This strategy ensures the capital that built the empire is never sold, only leveraged. The result? A perpetual dynasty, where every generation borrows from the last to empower the next. You can't sell your assets and build a dynasty here. You must leverage them, like the ultra-rich do. The family bank is not fiction. It's the real financial matrix, hidden in plain sight. You've now deconstructed the family bank. You know the code. The first step to freedom is learning to speak debt. You've seen behind the curtain. The world's wealth isn't earned, it's engineered. You can either watch it happen